Hey guys, I'm Mitch, one of the hosts of the show. Before we start, I just wanted to thank you all for listening and tell you something cool. In the description of the episode, there's a link to our Discord if you want to just come hang out with us. We stream there, watch movies, game together, and just hang out. You can even be a guest host on our show and suggest games for us to play and review. So don't be shy, just come hang out with us. It'll be fun. Also, there's a link to our Facebook so you can join the page and give it a like, and it helps a lot if you do. Same with giving us a 5-star review on iTunes and writing something small, even if it's just, hey guys, like that'll do. That's fine. It really does help us get to the top of the charts. Thank you all again, and let's get on with the show. Welcome to the Tattered Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Mitch, and today we have just me
Swiss cheese.
Yep, Swiss cheese Mike.
Yeah.
Filled with holes.
What was that?
What
was that thing you called me? Sweatshop Mike?
Yeah, Sweatshop Mike. Let's talk about that. What's been that project?
I think it's 11 days total that I built 40 minis in.
Did you paint them?
No, I built them.
Oh, why did you do 40 in 11 days?
Cause I was looking at my pile of shame and I was like, how can I justify making more? And I was like, well, I just built a bunch of this.
Did you finish all of it?
I gotta paint them and shit. I'm not gonna do like painting challenges just cause I'm not that great of a painter in the first place. So I think pushing myself in that manner wouldn't help.
Well, I mean, the ones you did paint look fucking sweet though. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you're a bad painter at all. You should definitely paint all of them.
Thank you. Well, supposedly the army I just built, which is AdMech for anybody that knows, they're like the Martian technocracy of the Imperium.
Surprise, we're talking about 40K by the way. Because nobody caught on here. Go on.
They're notoriously hard to paint. So I don't know how well it will work out.
Well, aren't you going to do Thousand Suns? That'll be your favorite painting.
That's not bad, truthfully.
Isn't it checkered board? Like everything's a checkered, like painted,
No.
like checkered?
Nah.
I thought that was the one where it's all checkered and shit and like...
No, they're just blue, like light blue. Then they got like the Egyptian like headpieces. And they have like yellow and blue stripes on them. And there's just like the accents and everything else.
Well, which one's the checkered board pattern you told me about?
Those are the Harlequins and the Flash Gits that are orcs.
Oh, go
the
do
orcs
this.
Are the second. No. Never painting checkerboards.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah. The Harlequin ones are fucking like rainbow colored fucking, like they do like the color scale thing where it goes from one color to the other as it does the checkerboards. Fuck that.
Yeah, man, I painted my stairs fucking black, white, black, white.
Nice.
Remember when I did that? Like the stairs leading up to the game room and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that alone took like a good bit. Believe it or not.
I love the contrast though. With that.
That was like, yeah, but I think I don't know. I didn't want to paint the actual steps white. I painted this part black and I put the back part of it white. But then whenever you go down the stairs and the lights turned off, it becomes a fun game. And that's my problem with that. But I was like, if I paint the steps white, they're just going to get dirty all the time. So, might just need to bust her ass every once in a while. But nobody has yet, so that's sick.
There's this magician called, I think it's the Amazing Randy. He has a house that is just full of fucking like doors to nowhere and mirrors that makes the room look all fucking wacky. And his like front door, it opens from where the hinges should be.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. This is like a bunch of weird shit. It'd be funny to fucking do like the infinity stairs on your stairs and just get lost in them.
I still like think a house, like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory would be tight, where everything's just cut in half.
Nice.
I don't know why I was like that. Like at the near the end of the movie where Charlie's like, "Yo, am I gonna get anything?" He's like, "No, you stole the golden ticket," and he's in that office or stole the gumball thing.
Yeah.
And he's like in that office and everything's just cut in half. Fucking love it. I don't know why, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's wacky. Fucking, what do you like better? Which one do you like better?
Oh, the original.
Yeah.
I love Johnny Depp and all, but like, I mean,
I love Gene Wilder way better.
Gene Wilder's awesome, but like,
Yeah.
it's not just that. That movie in general is just better.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they did like the iPod thing where everything's rounded. It's really weird to me to do that. Like that used to be the future that everybody's seen, and now it's like, no, that's like early 2000s, bro.
yeah. Speaking of movies, I meant to say this to you. We need to go see Terrifier 3, man.
Oh yeah. Did you even watch the first two?
I watched them with you and Brandon, remember?
Oh. Okay.
I didn't watch the first one. I think I watched the second one with you guys. You guys watched the
Okay.
first one the day before whenever I had to work. I think that's when it was. But we gotta go see 3 because everybody's saying it's super fucked up. So.
I don't know. What was the ending of 2?
I don't remember the ending, but I remember that dude getting his dick cut off. That was wild.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the ending of 2 was weird.
Wasn't it the fucking
The
girl was
ending
in
of
the...
1 was also weird though, so I don't know.
Well, Art got like shot in the head or whatever, and they said he was dead or some shit, and like then that lady, that crazy person had baby him or some shit, right?
Yeah. Well, he comes back to life from the one thing, though. Because the beginning of the second one starts with him getting shot, being shot in the morgue.
Oh.
Pretty sure.
Besides that, though, I want to talk about a few things.
What do you feel about those Terrifier movies?
Bitch,
Like
I was
new
going
Friday
on my
13th
own thing.
movies?
Damn. No, Friday 13th movies, no. No,
Well, less tittage.
I just don't like Friday the 13th movies. I'm not like a big like slasher film person.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Isn't it a new slasher, essentially?
Well, that's what I was going to say, except for like, for some reason I like Terrifier. It's just kind of funny, but it's not. I don't know. Like, Art's just, like, he just kind of makes the movie. I don't know, his weird personality where he like just fucks with people. I don't know.
I love Friday the 13th movies, though. They're like, I like, the special effects and shit. Like, what would that be called? The practical effects. With all the masks and people getting their faces chopped in half and shit. And like, how they did that back in those days and everything.
Yeah, fucking, what's the dude's name? The dream dude, Freddy? They had a bunch of wild ass deaths in those.
Yeah.
But they had to play like cool shit because he was a dream dude, so. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, but, I mean, I don't know.
I like them too.
As far as like slashers, I'm not like a huge fan of that. But
in Night of the Living Dead, there's this cool trick that they did where they would like do the zombie makeup and then they would put like a quarter on their head, or they would put the makeup over the quarter and they'd put like a string through the person's hair, and whenever the person got shot in the forehead, they would pull the string and make the quarter pop off so it would rip their makeup off. I always thought that was fucking badass. There's so much shit you could do so much shit you could get away with when everything was black and white as well.
Yeah, and I bet you it worked a lot better because, like, in those movies, generally, it's a dark setting.
Yeah.
So, like, it could be black in there, and you still see what's going on, but it looks crazy because, like, you can't really see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Some movie magic.
Absolutely. I beat Visions of Mana finally. That was great. That took like 50 or 60 hours because I tried to do mostly everything in the game.
Nice.
First brand new Mana game to come out in the last 15 years, I think. And it's really good. You change your class by the elemental spirit you put on yourself. And each class usually has like 2 or 3 different weapon types. So whatever elemental you put on will govern that shit. And then you'll have like a whole bunch of different skills. But you can also take your skills that you've mastered from other elemental plot lines and put them onto your character. So that's pretty dope. Being able to like be a fire elemental, but be able to cast like light and darkness spells and shit like that.
That would be pretty useful. Can you change them while you're in combat or no?
I mean, there's a whole fucking wheel of them. I think you can put like 8 spells or 8 abilities all on a wheel, or you can hotkey it to like 4 different buttons. So you would like hold in the trigger and hit one of the buttons that corresponds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you want to just open up the whole ass wheel and do it like that, you could have 8 options, I guess.
I was thinking in terms like Final Fantasy X-2.
How do you mean? Exactly.
Like if you can change classes while you're in battle.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's the one thing
yeah,
you
that
can't
makes
do.
it a lot useful that some of your skills carry over.
Yeah, it's a pretty decently long game, and it was actually really good, especially the ending.
Nice.
I was surprised because Mana games have a reputation for just getting worse after. Well, in the States we got Secret of Mana. We never got Trials of Mana until they did the remake on Switch a couple years back, which is also a great game. It was the sequel to Secret of Mana, essentially. Not the sequel, but the next game.
Yeah.
But we only got that in the States from that Switch release, and it's a remake, and it's super fun. I was like addicted to that game when it came out. I played it straight through. But
I
yeah,
played Sword. It was pretty fun.
Sword of Mana?
Yeah.
I thought you played Secret of Mana. You're at like the end of Secret of Mana, remember?
I thought that was Sword.
Nah, Sword of Mana is the one I beat like last year or the year before. It's basically a remake of the original, which the original was titled Final Fantasy Adventure, but it was the first Mana game. But they've ever since that third one, Mana games have just gone downhill, and that, like I didn't play them, but like that's just like the word on the street. So like there's like a dungeon crawler one for the DS that I played, and I was like, this is kind of lame, and like that was sad to play because I was really excited to play that. But no, it's really good, super vibrant colors. I mean, a kid could play it unless they don't know what they're doing.
No.
Yeah, it's a good game, good story, everything. And other than that, I've just been playing a shitload of Dark and Darker.
Nice.
Like a shitload with Matt, which eventually we're gonna do that episode.
I'm playing Kenji.
Still playing Kenji.
Yeah, I finally recruited some people. Tried. I don't know, dude. It's like not worth the fucking effort to fucking make a fully functional base with one person. You just get stuck farming all the time.
Oh, I should mention. Sorry about that. I should mention. Legend of Mana on the PS1. I started playing that and actually dedicating on and off to beat that. It is a great game. It's just kind of one that everybody forgot about and or did not understand how to play because there is no guide on telling you where to put worlds at or how to start and initiate missions. But it is a great game and all the backgrounds are hand painted, so it's fucking sweet.
Nice.
But go on, sorry.
I tried to collect some bounties, and there's this one town, because of the beginning that I picked for my game, I'm like wanted by everybody. So there was one town I could go to and turn in bounties. And they eventually like found out I was wanted, beat me up, and threw me in jail. So I looked around the jail because usually I'd let all the prisoners go because I think it's funny. And I noticed that my bounties, the 2 bounties I turned in, were in the prison still. So I looked at them and it said I could recruit them or talk to them, and then I recruited them, and I was like, well, that's cool. So, and I'm fast as fuck and I have robot legs, so I like just broke out and ran away and nobody could catch me.
I do want to play that game at some point. Like, I really do.
Really?
Yeah, I want to play that, and I want to play Morrowind really bad.
Nice.
But I don't want to play Morrowind on my computer, because I'm a fucking noob, and I can't play with keyboard and mouse. Because I'm just awful, and I fat finger everything. But, yeah, dude, Dark and Darker has been just a blast. Like, Matt is just, like, teaching me the ins and outs. And there's just, like, so much more to this game than I thought.
Nice.
So, like yesterday, so we've been doing high rollers a lot lately, which is you have to pay a fee to enter, like, with your AP. Like, with your AP score in there. And, so it's a super high level dungeon. There's 3 maps on the whole game. And then you go in. I don't know if I've ever explained Dark and Darker for listeners. It's an extraction game, like Tarkov, but built around D&D classes, and it's a dungeon instead of whatever the fuck Tarkov is. No. So, you just go in, loot, kill bosses, whatever the fuck. And there's PvE and there's PvP, and they're both in the game every match at the same time. So whenever you're at higher level, like High Roller, everybody's geared the fuck out. Every person in there. Most of them, I honestly think a lot of people in High Roller are just looking for PvP, because you get a shitload of AP for that. And the reason you want AP is you get exclusive rewards based on whatever rank you hit by the time the season is over and the wipe happens. When the wipe happens, everybody loses everything except for their fame level. Your fame level means nothing. It just shows that how good you are or whatever the fuck. But those items for reaching each
seniority rank, or some shit, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't really matter. Like, it's just like, hey, at least this dude has like 100 fame. At least we know he's decent enough to clear a shitload of dungeons. You know?
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that. But, yeah, you loot shit, get better armor, better upgrades, this and that, and you keep going, you want to make it out. If you don't make it out, you lose everything that you took with you. So, that's fun. But, while you're trying to do things in the dungeon, people are around, and they will fight. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna try and fight you. But, Matt plays as a warlock. His build is meant to kite and kill over time, and I'm a fighter. Or a cleric. I'll bounce between the two. But mainly fighter. I'm supposed to be a tank and hold doorways and rush in for the kill kind of thing. Fighters are, believe it or not, pretty slow. Not super slow, but slow enough. Unless you run, like, a lighter build.
Has this game affected your actual D&D strategy?
No, not at all. Not at fucking all. If anything.
What's your strategy in that?
And what? Dark and Darker?
And, D&D.
Everything must die. If I deem it a threat. If I deem it for the greater good, it dies. That's how I feel. But yeah, but I'm not super good at the game. I'm like okay, and Matt's just really good. Like he can just fuck up bosses. I've never killed a boss by myself, so I mean I'd kill him with him, but yeah. I'm getting better though. But we both suited up for fighter, and he played as a fighter with me. And instead of the usual result of it being, hit or miss with when we run into people, we both barricaded a doorway, and he pushed in, and I pushed in. We just ran those motherfuckers over. I was like, can you play fighter all the time with me? So he's like, no, I like playing Warlock. So I'm like, because that's the thing he was saying. It's hard to play with a Warlock because everything you do has to dance around their move. Which kind of sucks. Yeah. But it'll make you better at the game though. Way more strategy.
Yeah.
Because he can cast a spell that inflicts damage over time. He can cast two different kinds of those on somebody. And when a Warlock uses a spell, they have unlimited spells, right? But every time they cast a spell, it hurts them to do it. And HP is so valuable in that game. So, but when he does that, he'll heal. He'll heal whenever he does that. Whenever he does that to somebody. And he'll throw his fucking Hydra that comes out of the ground and blocks doors and spits fireballs or does whatever, and he'll curse his own fucking Hydra so he'll heal off of it while he runs away and that thing defends the area.
Mm.
You could do wild shit. Warlocks turn into demons. I didn't even know that until I got killed by one yesterday.
Mm.
I was running through a door and I turned around and this giant demon was just there. I was like, what is that? He's like, just fucking run. I already died. Just got mowed down. Yeah, it's super fun, man. But.
Is it wet?
Huh?
Is it wet?
It's wet. It's super fun and wet.
Not wet. Not like Mario.
I was wondering where you're going with that one. Alright. We're going to finally talk about Mario Sunshine, and I've been dying to do this game. So, but with my Dark and Darker escapades, I did not finish it. I have beaten it before, though. Did you finish it, Mike?
Nah.
I
got deflated.
Which level was the one that fucked you up?
Clean the beach.
Lame. I don't like that whole area. We'll fucking talk about it.
I don't like how you have to beat the game.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Let's get to this entry real quick. Alright, Super Mario Sunshine is a 2002 platform game developed and published by Nintendo for the GameCube. It's the second 3D game in the Mario series, after Super Mario 64, and it takes place on the tropical island of Delfino, where Mario, Toadsworth, Princess Peach, and 5 Toads are taking a vacation. A villain resembling Mario, known as Shadow Mario, vandalizes the island with graffiti and causes Mario to be wrongfully convicted for the mess. Mario is ordered to clean up Isle Delfino using a device called the Flash Liquidizer Ultra Dowsing Device, aka Flood, while saving Princess Peach from Shadow Mario. It received critical acclaim, reviewers praised it, its graphics, gameplay, story, soundtrack, and the addition of Flood as a mechanic. However, some criticized the game's camera, Flood's gimmicky nature, and the difficulty of some missions, and the decision to use full voice acting for some characters. The game sold over 5 million copies worldwide by 2006, making it one of the best-selling GameCube games. The game was re-released as part of the Player's Choice brand in 2003. It was also re-released on Super Mario 3D All-Stars Collection for the Switch, which is the version I played this time because I beat it on the original a long time ago. Either version, graphics hold up, I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Camera does suck though.
I played the Switch version. I didn't have a problem with it. Nor did
Gimmicky nature is definitely the fucking level I was stuck on.
Yeah. Whenever I first read that people praised Flood, I was like, all I ever hear is, like how Joseph was saying, fucking stupid squirt gun fucking thing. It's just like, yeah, like, I don't know.
Said that?
I think Joseph said something about it. Pretty sure it was him. But yeah, like, oh, and Brandon said something about it too, remember? He's like, why do I have a squirt gun?
He liked it though after a while.
Yeah, it did take him a minute. There's, anytime I've ever heard anybody talk about Sunshine, for the most part, they always bring up, like, not liking Flood. And I never had a problem with it. It's my favorite Mario game next to, Odyssey. But I don't know. Sunshine is...
Does Odyssey have the long jump?
Odyssey has, like, everything. But I couldn't tell you.
It doesn't have Flood.
No, I mean, like, it has, like, all the mechanics that Mario has ever had, pretty much. Except for Flood, obviously.
I just didn't like that you didn't have the Z long jump thing from Mario 64.
I don't know if it does. You use your hat so much to do shit. Like, you'll throw your hat, and it'll, like, spin in place, and you jump and bounce off of it to get to another big platform. Like, you can do so many hat tricks with it, you really don't even need the long jump. Like, you can do insane combos with it. But I do love Sunshine, because I love island-themed games. I just do. So, there you go.
I like Mario 64 better.
That's fair.
It's uglier, but
it's fair. I mean, Mario 64 is awesome. I mean,
it has the problem of the last two levels being super hard.
Yeah, the clock and shit.
Yeah.
And Rainbow Road, or Rainbow Cruise, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you start out the game, you gotta go clean shit up. And there's the Shadow Mario running around. It's probably one of the more annoying things in the game where you have to chase him and spray at the same time.
Yeah.
On mine, I can run and spray at the same time. But I pretty much just spray at a distance into the ground, so I just kind of got to stay, like almost right behind him. Still kind of good distance. But Brandon was saying every time he sprayed his gun, he stopped.
Yeah, that's how mine worked too.
Okay, so I just had better controls. Basically, I guess.
I mostly would jump or get as close as I could before he would start running and just like aim and spray him.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember doing that shit too. It's really annoying. Stop, go, stop, go, stop, go.
Yeah.
So.
It's more annoying that like if you don't get it if you don't get the right amount, he starts going around in circles and like what was it that I can never remember the names of the levels, and like there's like 3 different beaches.
Yeah, I can throw up what they fucking are.
It's the one that has that giant worm in it.
That's the one I don't remember what the main thing is. Let me see here.
With the sandbird.
Oh, okay. I got them all. That would be, Gelato Beach. Yep, that's it. Yeah, there's multiple levels. You got the plaza itself, which is really fun. Bianca Hills, Rico Harbor, Gelato Beach, Pina Parks, Serena Beach, Noki Bay, Pinata Village. And then Corona Mountain, but that's just for like one thing. So. But yeah, that shit was really fun.
It's called Pinata Village?
Pinata? Whatever those fucking... Yeah, so we got this new race of things. This time in Mario, they're called Pinatas or something, and they just look like, I don't know, blobs with a face.
Fat guys with big noses.
Yeah, big noses and a fucking tree that hangs out on the top of their head.
They're random colors.
Yeah. And some of them chuck you, and that's part of a level. That's annoying.
Oh, I hate that. I didn't get past that either.
But
I kept getting thrown into oblivion.
Yeah. Whenever you spray down Shadow Mario at the start, he'll throw down some graffiti in the middle of the plaza, and you jump into it, and you're in Bianca Hills. And that's basically how all this shit works. After you come out of there, like, you have to collect a few shines to keep progressing, and then, something new will happen. Like, this muck monster piranha plant, like, comes out, and you gotta spray it until it dies, and then it unlocks a new level for you to go into, and that's how you do everything in the plaza, pretty much. Except for, eventually you unlock Yoshi. There's a giant pineapple stuck in this pipe, and you fucking eat it with Yoshi, and then you go in there. Or you gotta use the rocket nozzle to shoot to the top of the Shine Gate, and there's a pipe there. But as you go, you collect shines, and you'll eventually unlock all these things in different ways.
Yeah, and then the overworld will start off with just a little beam of light, and then it'll slowly take up the whole area as you get more shine.
Yeah. There's tons of secret levels and shit that you gotta just explore to find things. Like the most annoying one where you have to get Yoshi onto all these little boats that cruise around the outside of the island to get to this tiny little island so he can throw up on this fucking yellow shit, and it unlocks a secret level, and you just jump in there and you can get one shine spray, and that's all it's good for.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, it's just one of those secret levels where you just do something real fast and get a shine for it. Flood comes with a hover nozzle, much like a jetpack.
And a spray nozzle.
Yeah, and a spray nozzle where you just spray shit. You'll just spray these graffiti things, like I said, and jump in, and then boom, new level. You also have the rocket nozzle, which blasts you in the air like a rocket. And then you have the turbo nozzle, and it is horizontal, and you can just blast like fast as fuck. And when you hit the water, you'll constantly be refilling your water, and you can just shoot around like a boat, which is like
you run on the water.
Yeah. You got Yoshi.
What's your least favorite?
My least favorite?
Yeah.
I guess the rocket nozzle. I like the rocket. I like them all though, like a lot. But my favorite is the propeller, the torpedo thing, or not torpedo.
Yeah, but which one you use most?
The hover nozzle. Just because, like, default.
It's the most practical one too.
Yeah, I would
versatile.
Say. For sure. Yeah.
It's like the other two just feel extremely gimmicky. The turbo nozzle you use to break through doors
in the water.
Yeah.
Or out of the water, but there's a lot of it in the water.
Which, like, was it? One door has a shine, one door has a lot of doors have blue coins. And then what? I forget what another one does. They're not very plentiful. Oh, one takes you to a secret level.
Yeah, the door. Yeah. Where you bust through the courthouse one, where the jail dudes are. You just shoot in between them and bust through.
Isn't that the worst one?
I think, is that the one you just slide down the thing? I forget.
I think it's the peg one.
I'm not sure. The peg one is the worst fucking one though. You do this giant peg board. No, that you use your rocket nozzle for that, I think.
I forget.
But yeah, let's talk about all these different worlds, levels.
Well, let me talk about the rocket nozzle being like cool, but extremely situational, and that situation is extremely rare.
Yeah, you'll pretty much never use the rocket nozzle. And some of these nozzles pop up in the levels. Maybe it be one or both, and it's just for like one specific thing.
Yeah.
So.
And sometimes you have to unlock them within the level.
Do you, or do you just unlock it in the plaza and then you just have full access?
You have to find like one of the boxes that isn't a hologram in the level to unlock it for the level.
Okay, because I didn't have the rocket nozzle yet whenever I went to Nuki Bay, and I found a rocket nozzle clear up on this shelf. Like,
yeah.
So I didn't even know how that was there, so I used that is very useful for that level. Because you don't have to climb everything.
So fucking, I did the watermelon thing. You didn't get to do that.
No, I don't think so.
That was terrible.
Which one was that on?
The beach one that I was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I barely did that area.
With the sandbird.
Yeah. I barely
did the sandbird. For half of my playthrough, I had a broken controller that would constantly make me move forward or backwards.
Yeah, it's not a good thing in this game.
It was so fucking hard.
What about in Peanut Park where you had to go up that little water, that place where the water is coming down the walls and shit, and there's like all those cages that flip.
Yeah.
While you're going up, that was awful. And then I was like, huh. And I went clear to the top and just jumped and hovered nozzled around to the other side and cut out like the worst part of that. You there?
Yeah. I had a phone.
Yeah. Oh shit. Our shit just broke into two.
Fuck.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's fine. It's still recording, it says.
Oh, okay.
It says that. Okay. Minor difficulties. Mike had a phone call and it apparently fucked it up. So.
Sorry.
We're good. It's not your fault. I mean, we're good now. But yeah, you want to talk about these levels though? I really want to get down into them.
Like the first level, I guess?
Yeah, I enjoyed like pretty much every area in this game. Except for one.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with the areas in and of themselves. It's just some of the things you have to do in them. Like getting red coins and shit's annoying.
Yeah, there's a Shadow Mario and a red coin mission for every single area in this game.
And there's like also one or two secrets levels. The obstacle course level.
Oh yeah. That's when you will go into these areas within the level, and Shadow Mario will swoop in and steal Flood. And you will have to play it Mario 64 style. Like just normal 3D Mario. No Flood, no health, no nothing.
And the best music in the game.
Yes. Start off with Bianca Hills. It's just like basically a little windmill village with a big lake. And shit, just a bunch of tight ropes, and it's pretty cool.
Isn't the boss of this a Smash Brothers character now?
The Piranha Plant?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Smash Brothers now.
Thought so.
People like him. He's actually a character in Mario Kart Double Dash GameCube.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this level's like really mellow. Just enjoying, I don't know.
Except for the Poison Lake level. And the Red Coins level is kind of annoying. At least the last 2 red coins are if you miss them.
I didn't have a problem with the red coins in this one. I have one problem with the red coin, one of those levels. Well, no, two. The one where you're in Noki Bay, inside the fucking little bottle, like you get shrunk down. And that one was super fast though. Like, I used to have so much trouble.
Super easy for me.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a mission from Spyro.
Yeah. Wait, was that one in the bottle? Hold on. In Noki Bay, the fish had the red coin.
The bottle is with the shells. The shell level and the waterfall that you have to climb up the hill. Or the mountain.
Oh, so there was 2 red coin levels in that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the fish and the bottle, when I originally played this game, very annoying and hard. And that's the same thing with the pegboard. The pegboard is a red coin level in the plaza, and it's ass.
Yeah.
That is the worst one. Straight up, that one is the worst one. But nobody should ever have to do that. And you don't have to do it, so that's a good thing. But yeah, just a nice little quiet village with a lake, essentially. Really fun.
So I thought was annoying. They made all the secret chimes like superfluous. The only thing that you need is to get to level or episode 7 of every level.
Yeah, do you have to beat him or just get to him?
Useless.
Do you have to beat him? Do you have to beat him or just get to episodes?
I think you have to beat him.
That's what I thought too. Okay. Because you asked me that before and I was like, wait, did we ever figure that out? Like officially though?
I think then he runs away and the waterfall, that like fenced off area by the waterfall opens up and you go there and fight Bowser.
Yeah. That's Corona Mountain or whatever the fuck it's called.
Corona Mountain.
I think that's what it is. Hold on.
That's hilarious.
Right. Yeah, Corona Mountain. Yeah. The beer. I feel like that's a play on joke, like, because people drink Coronas and like that's like kind of like the island beer that whenever back then that's what it was like advertised as. Yeah, Bianca Hills is cool. Rico Harbor. It's a very busy harbor where clearly there's a harbor and just all these machines moving shit around. And like, it's like a big construction area kind of deal. And you race bloopers. Or, well, you do time trials with bloopers, which are like little flat squid things. And as soon as you jump on them, you're flying. And if you bump into anything, you die. Essentially. But they're really fun. Blooper surfing is very fun.
What's your favorite appearance of bloopers in Mario games?
This game.
Mine's the sewers in Paper Mario when you have to fight the progressively stronger ones.
I forgot all about those.
I love them. They're hard as shit, but they're fun.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Oh, and you get Gooper Blooper as a boss in this, and you have to fight him twice. And he's this giant blooper where you tear his arms off, and then snap his fucking... You pull his lips really hard, and you fucking smack it right back into his face, and he goes flying.
Yeah. You have to fight him on another level, too.
Noki Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gelato Beach. I fucking hate this place. It's really annoying. No, this isn't the place I hate. Never mind, sorry. Gelato Beach is the one with the sand buds. They're like these little plants that stick out of the sand and you spray them with water and they blow up and then explode and they make like a shape in the sand or something
that's
special
the one you
happens.
hate.
No, I fucking hate the fucking Sandbird. This is him
Yeah.
to one of the worst fucking red coin things.
Sandbird and then the watermelon. The last mission is retarded.
I didn't do the watermelon. So, explain the watermelon.
There's a watermelon contest at the little shack on the far left. And it's like a bar, a tiki bar kind of thing. And he wants the biggest watermelon to make a smoothie with. And pretty sure there might be two, but I'm pretty sure there's only one watermelon. And it's up on top of the hill. And there's like a shit ton more ducks than there is on any other time you're there. And they're red ducks. So they'll fucking chase you down. I forget the difference between the red and the blue ducks. But, they chase down the watermelon, they'll throw it in the air and it'll explode. And if the watermelon hits something too much, it will explode. So you have to push the watermelon across this path along the hillside till you get to the beach. And then you have to get it down to the beach, and then for some reason the pier to the bar goes to the right, and then it jaggedly goes to the left, and then it jaggedly goes back to the right. And whenever I was doing that with the fucking broken controller, it would jerk every which way, and I would push the watermelon into the water, which makes it instantly explode.
Like, oh yeah, like all fruit in this game, if any of it hits the fucking water, it's over. It disappears. Yeah. What happens
Yoshi jumps in the water. He turns back to green and then turns into little balls and then disappears.
Yeah, so like okay, let's talk about blue coins real quick. Blue coins, when you get 10 of them, you get a shine. So, you get 10 of these coins, you go to where this little shack on a dock at the plaza. There's 2 raccoon-ass motherfuckers in there. And they look like they're from Animal Crossing. And you give them those 10 blue coins, and they give you a shine. And you can do that as many times as you want. Does not matter. To beat the game, you have to beat Shadow Mario in every level. Yeah, it's pretty dumb. So, to get blue coins, there are these fruit missions where some of the pinatas, whatever, they'll be like, I need bananas, bring me bananas. And then you'll have to run over, carry a banana, throw a banana into their little basket. There are really annoying ones where, like, you have to do a high jump one, or, I don't know, kick a Duran across the fucking world. Yeah. And kick it into a basket, which is, it'll be on its side, so it's like a soccer goal. There's one where you gotta go fucking out to another island and bring fruit there to do that.
No, they're on the tree, on the island.
Are they?
Yeah. You gotta get coconut. Coconuts are the green thing.
Okay. I was
wrong. For some reason.
But yeah, every time you do that, they'll give you a blue coin.
I had like so much trouble with that because I didn't notice the one, like when I was a kid, I didn't notice the ones on the tree, and I was like, coconut, okay.
I think I did the same thing.
There's no brown fruit. Yeah, like there's no brown ones. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this green thing. It's like coconuts are green. It's like when they're ripe, which is a version I've never seen.
Yeah, but if your fruit, if your fruit goes in the water, it just vanishes. So, back to Gelato Beach though. This world is the first time you can run into 2 Piantissimo. Why?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why it always has 2 in front of it, but okay.
It's the second.
Yeah, I get it, but like, wouldn't you put it at the end of his name?
I guess.
I mean, I don't know how Japanese people do it, but they made this game, so whatever.
Well, he's like Spanish, isn't he? He's got the little like devil beard, and he's pretty tan.
Yeah, that's
true. He's got
true.
a wife beater on. I don't know what the fuck is up with it.
And he wears a fucking costume hat of a pinata.
Yeah, and hands and feet too.
Yeah, but his whole thing is you race him to a flag. And that's it.
It's like Koopa the Quick from Mario 64.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the first time you encounter him. You'll encounter him a few times. The Sandbird red coin thing here is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It should have never been invented. And those people can get fucked with it.
And I beat it with my broken controller.
Yeah, I didn't even touch it this time because I was like, you know what? I don't feel like getting mad.
Dude, I was so happy that I did that.
The next one is Pina Park. There's a cannon and the plaza. It will shoot you to an amusement park called Pina Park. And you get to fight Mecha Bowser and ride around on roller coasters while you do that and shoot rockets at him. And that is also where you find out the identity of Shadow Mario is, spoilers, Bowser Jr. or Baby Bowser. Which one is it this time? I think it's Bowser Jr.
Maybe.
Yeah. You do that shit. It is him to some fucking annoying ass missions like red coins on the pirate ship or the runaway Ferris wheel where you have to climb the stupid great things that flip every time you spray them while there's electric electric Koopas walking around on the cages.
Yeah, you gotta punch them all.
Yeah, you gotta punch them off. You fight a gopher that's shooting rockets at you.
Yeah.
Help out some sunflowers.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. It's a wild variety world. I like it a lot.
I never understood the sunflower one. Cause those are like, you fight these random enemies that are like giant turtles. They're not like Koopa turtles. Their heads look like Koopas, but they have fins. And then they have giant Yoshi eggs as shells.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. The way you kill the electric Koopas when they're on the ground, though, is fun. They throw their fucking shell at you, and it's all electrified, and you spray the Koopa with water. You dodge out the way, spray the Koopa with water, it comes back, electrocutes the fuck out of them, and they die.
You get 5 coins from them, too.
Yeah, fuck
Or
those
4 or
turtles.
5 coins. You can also kill them by just, whenever they throw their shell at you, jumping on their head. You only get 1 coin that way, though.
Huh. I don't even think I've ever killed one like that.
I accidentally do it all the time.
I remember just playing around and I was like, that would be funny if it actually conducts on him if you spray him with water. And I sprayed it and I was like, I was a kid when I did that. I was like, no fucking way.
I think I found out by, just jumping over the shell and then doing the second jump over them and then just hovering. Cause I do that all the time.
Anything else you want to say about this one? I think it's really
How'd you
fun.
feel about the fucking, there's this thing that you do in all levels, including the main world, where there'll be a circle or an X in one spot, and you'll spray it, and whenever it disappears, it will show like its corresponding X or circle in another spot, and it'll show a blue coin dropping out of it. You have to run all the way and get it, and then you can do that one and get
Vice
the
versa.
other one.
Yeah.
In this level, there's like
A shitload.
I think the 2 of them are pretty annoying, or 3 of them are pretty annoying.
Oh, is there only 3? I thought there was way more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one clear on top of the Ferris wheel too.
I think there's only 2. There's the one on top of the Ferris wheel, which is 1 on either side.
Super
and then
easy.
there's like an axe on one side of the ships, and then there's this tree that has an axe on it.
Yeah, that one's annoying. That
Yeah.
one's annoying.
I was in trouble with that one.
I like them. I think they're just like fun little things thrown in.
Yeah, I kind of like them too. The only one I don't really like is the one on the Sandbird level, because you have to get the turbo's nozzle to do it, and whenever you get the turbo nozzle to do it, it's like extremely trivial.
Where all the quackers are, could you just run into them and they just throw you into the sky?
Yeah, that's the only part that's annoying about it. But then you get hurt. There's also an inconsistency with how whenever you get a game over, sometimes you'll get kicked out of the level, but if you die like in certain other ways, you'll just be able to restart the level. I think that might just be with the whatchamacallit, the secret obstacle course. They restart. I'd rather it all restarted, because like game overs in this game don't really mean anything in the first place.
Yeah, they don't. It does suck if you're trying to get to one of the secret levels and you game over in them, because then you do restart and you have to go back and get back up there.
It's only hard in a few levels.
Yeah, I was just about to say our next level, it's annoying. Noki Bay is my favorite level. It's just, you're in a fucking bay and you climb all the way to the top in various different ways, and there's a giant waterfall you have to uncork because there's another fucking gopher throwing bombs and shooting shit and stuff, like shooting giant bullet bills.
I didn't know that was a cork at first. I was like, what is this giant round thing?
It's called, like hay. It's called Uncork the Waterfall.
Well, I thought I still had more mountain to go. I was like, what's this big hay pile over here?
Well, there's so much shit in that level, too, like with all the secret things. Like, there's these little symbols on the wall. You spray them and random shit happens. Like
indents in the wall, and then you have to wall jump all the way up into this maze.
Yeah, or you fucking walk into the wrong one and get fucking punched across the damn level and down into the water. That's annoying.
Especially if you do it when the water's still poisonous.
Yeah. And then there's Piantamazzo's race, or whatever the fuck his name is. That's the fastest thing I've ever done on that one.
Yeah, I had absolutely no trouble with that one.
Did you get hit by the fist punch thing?
No, I just straight ran right to the flag and got there before him.
I climbed the thing with him real fast, and this fucking fist shot out of the fucking ground and launched me halfway across the level, and I just went from there, and I was done. I was standing there waiting for him for a while.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like 11 or 14 seconds, something like that. It was dumb, dude. There's an eel. There's an eel underneath the waterfall, deep down in the depths, and he has a dental problem. And you have to spray all the nasty shit off of his teeth, and his teeth fly out, and he has like a golden tooth and shit. How'd you like that?
I was wondering if Japan was making commentary, because they had one side of the eel is a male and the other side's female, and the teeth fall out of the male, but the female has a fake tooth. So I don't know if it's saying men don't take care of themselves enough.
How do you know one side's male and female?
They have eyelashes.
What?
One side has really long eyelashes.
I never noticed that. Yeah, you like gotta spray out his teeth while you're floating around, and you gotta keep your oxygen up.
He blows poison at you.
Best way to do this is to just hover over it with the hover nozzle. Yes, you're underwater and you will shoot upward, but it's way easier than just fucking spraying at it. You can clear like 3 or 4 teeth at a time doing it. The red coin fish.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah, there's a fish made of coins, and some of it's red coins, and it's in the same area where you fight the eel. It just swims around and then explodes into pieces everywhere, and then comes back together.
It's supposed to be a present for you.
Yeah.
Chase down these things, and all the little shell dudes are there watching you floating on jellyfish.
Exactly. And there's fucking the bottle, the red coin in the bottle. You get shrunk down into a bottle, and I think there's like, what's down in there? They're like goopers or whatever the fuck down in there. Not goopers.
This fish.
Yeah, the fish. What are those called?
I don't know.
I always forget. Cha-chas?
I think one was like Betty or something.
Chi-chis? Cheap-cheeps. That's what they're called. Cheap-cheeps.
Those are the little ones, though. What the big ones are called.
I thought they were all just called cheap-cheeps. But they're floating around. You just fly through there and grab all the fucking coins. And for some reason, the controls are really shitty inside that bottle.
It's weird. There's like currents everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it throws you back up to the top, and you keep coming back down. Shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we didn't really talk about why the Sandbird is so fucking bad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Why is the Sandbird really bad since you actually did it, Mike? I know why it's bad, but you tell the listeners.
Well, the Sandbird is... There's these sand blocks in some levels, and they fall apart, and they don't fall apart on the Sandbird. But the Sandbird is pretty much made of these blocks. And it flies around in this area that has clouds that exist. They're weird. The Sandbird can fly through it, but if you're on the Sandbird and the cloud, like, comes up through the Sandbird, it will take you off the Sandbird and you're now on the cloud. So, you have to navigate. There's one on the head, there's one on each tip of the wings, there's one on the tail. I forget where all of them are. But you have to get all of them while it's flapping and moving, and its whole body's like shaking.
Oh, don't forget doing a 360 while it's doing a barrel roll. A very slow, annoying barrel roll.
Yeah, it makes a big left-hand turn where it turns sideways. And how I found out how to do it was you can get on the sides of it somehow. But this time it didn't work for me, maybe because of the broken controller. So I had there's little humps on its wings. And if you stand on the right side of one of those, whenever it starts shifting left, you'll stand on the little hump. And then you have to float over to this platform in the middle and then get the last red coin.
Yeah, that and the other one. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. The other one.
Blue coins on the clouds too that you can get.
Yeah.
And whenever I 100%ed this game, that was pretty terrible. Almost as bad as the Sandbird itself.
I don't know why I just couldn't breathe there for a second. Yeah, so that's awful, and I was trying to think of the other thing we didn't touch on. Oh yeah, Mecha Bowser. When you're flying, you have 3 rotations on the fucking roller coaster, and you can go around you have 3 times you go around the track, and you have to collect these fucking rockets. And while spinning and doing loop-de-loops and all this other fucking shit at terrible angles, you have to shoot Mecha Bowser. And that is annoying. But what's even worse is the level where you have to pop all the balloons on the roller coaster with those rockets. You have to... Yeah. So you have to beat Mecha Bowser in 3 runs, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
I have fun doing it.
It is fun. It's just hard.
You, like, blow off sections of his body until he's just, like, head and crotch.
Yeah. And you have 3 times to go around and hit the balloons, too, as well. And that shit is really fucking... I got it my first try, but that shit was rough. I did not like doing that. I never liked that. It's really annoying. But sorry, I just wanted to touch on that because I knew I was forgetting to talk, that's all.
Yeah, I remember it being annoying. The secret level in that shell level, what's it called again? The one we were on?
The shell one? Oh, Nookie Bay.
Yeah, I don't like the secret on that one very much.
Is that the peg
After
one?
a while, they start getting annoying. No, the obstacle. See, it's annoying as shit that they decided to call every obstacle course level the secret of. So then whenever you want to differentiate it between the secret levels and then the obstacle course levels, you have to call them different names.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Nookie Bay is like basically a representation of Japan. There is like every character is a snail, first of all. And they all have like the fucking classic like slant eyes, fucking the big circle anime glasses, like they usually are holding a fishing pole and have what's the Japanese hat called? That big, not the little cone thing.
I don't know, the rice hats.
Yeah, the rice hat. And they all have like rice hats. And they all talk like it's really weird. But it's a really pretty level. Lots of purple and blue. I really like that level a lot.
That's what I was wondering at the beginning when you said fully voiced characters. I was like, Peach says like a few sentences at the beginning.
Yeah,
and
I didn't get that
says
one.
Mario.
Yeah. And yeah, no, there is nothing else there except for Bowser and Bowser Jr. I was trying to sit there and think who I'll talk. Toadsworth, he talked.
Oh yeah, Bowser Jr. had a little speech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After this though, we got Sabrina Beach, and this is my least favorite level. Go ahead, describe it, Mike. Describe it in all its fucking glory.
I always call it the hotel. It's where first level you fight a giant manta ray that explodes into 2 manta rays that explode into like
4 apiece.
2 more, or I don't know, eventually it starts splitting into 3s and then 4s. And then the whole map's covered with it, and they leave little like slime trails that are electrified. And you can get juggled in the slime trails, because you'll be shocked, and then you'll be stuck in the slime, so you gotta jump out like as soon as you can. And if you can't get to the edge of the slime, then you're gonna you can just go back to the part that you just cleaned off. But it's terrible. There is this issue where if you're standing near a wall...
I love this part. I love it.
And one of the shadows comes over the wall, it will hit you and then launch you in the air, and then you'll get juggled into the fucking lava, or into the slimy electric shit. I was at full health one time and they juggled me to death. It was terrible.
The best thing I've figured out for that is like use the hover nozzle instantly, and that way you can land somewhere and get a footing for like a quick second and then dip out of there.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you land on one of the manis, or what are they called?
Shadow.
No, it's the actual like animal that they look like.
Oh, manta ray.
Yeah. They're invincible until you split them all into little ones. So, yeah. You can get juggled pretty easily. And then once
I did a lot of hovering on that, bro. Like a lot.
Once you split them all into little ones, they aggro on you and turn red and come after you. So you can get swarmed, so you have to like pretty much run away from the herd of them coming after you.
Yeah, it's not the most enjoyable. It's just a really annoying round. This is the only place you'll find booze. So
yeah, haunting the hotel.
Yeah, they haunt the hotel. There is a casino level It is a secret. Like the secret of whatever. But there, in the hotel lobby, there's a fucking casino. You have to go in and talk to people, or you're not going to know what to do. You have to spray both sides to where they represent whatever they tell them they should be representing usually, or what they give a hint about. Like, man, everybody's been hitting sevens, so you just spray the slots so they all hit 7 on that side, and then it'll be like, oh, this one says coins, and you do that and make them all coins. Then
I didn't know that. I just got all 7s on both of them. They didn't let me in.
Oh, it might have been that. I don't know. I thought that they said something different. But the most annoying part of this game, and the entire game, more annoying than the Sandbird, more annoying than just, it's terrible. The fucking, there's like a 20, 30 pot tile fucking picture on the wall, and it's all fucked up. You gotta spin them all the right way so it makes the picture that it's supposed to be. If
you start from the top and go to the bottom.
If a drop of water hits a fucking tile, it flips. There's so many tiles and they flip fast. Fucking dude, you can't spray one tile at a time unless you're on the very bottom and spray the wall so it splashes the fucking corner.
I didn't have any trouble with it.
Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you. Now, that made me so mad because I had one tile left, bro. I had one tile left, but it happened to be right in the fucking middle.
I had more trouble fighting King Boo.
Yeah, and then you fight King Boo. Tell me how that fight is, because that one I didn't get to, because I don't remember.
It's weird. He he's on a spinning roulette wheel where there's like 3 discs, and then he's in the middle. And they'll spin, and they'll have a purple light on them, and you can ground, butt slam them and make them stop spinning. But he'll shoot booze at you, and then he'll
shoot booze or booze like drank.
B-O. But he'll spit fruit at you, and then you have to grab the pepper and then throw it to him, and his tongue will catch on fire, and then you gotta throw a fruit at his face and hit him. You have to do that 3 times.
I do remember that now. 100%. Yeah, I don't remember having trouble with it when I played back then, but, I mean, could be wrong.
I just said I had more trouble with it than I did with the big square thing.
Oh, okay. Getcha. I thought you were saying it was, like, rough. No, I do remember having trouble with it. Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's just, what is it? Oh, he spits enemies at you in between things. And, there's those little turd things that fucking run at you. And then he'll spit ones that are on fire, and you gotta put them out and then jump on them. Or you can just, like, avoid them altogether because they disappear eventually.
Gotcha. What little things are you talking about?
I'm not describe. Remember in the amusement park where there's a big tower of them? There's the big fat one, there's a bunch of little ones.
Those fucking, the little polka dot things?
Yeah.
Okay. You know you get a blue coin from killing those, right, when they're in the tall stack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you just have to kill the big one. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I shoot them all off the top first and then fucking stop.
Yeah. So. I thought you meant you just, like, jumped on its head from the top and killed all of them.
Oh, no. Nothing crazy like that. That'd be funny, though.
Yeah.
What else is, like, of note in here? What do you think? You gotta clean the beach.
I got to that level and said, fuck it. I tried it, like, till game over, like, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it's, you gotta deal with booze and, like, a lot of, like, searching and shit. I forget what. Yeah, that was the Haunted Hotel mission. You have to, like, go up in the rafters and, like, the ceiling and shit and, like, do all this. Figure out, like, how to get all the way through to this one area to get a shine. because the place is being haunted, and there's booze up in the attic and shit.
It's weird for some. Yoshi eats booze.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You gotta find Yoshi's egg first of all, get Yoshi, and then go do all this shit.
Yeah. I say it's weird because the only time I remember Yoshi and booze ever coming into like the same thing was it the NES Mario, and Yoshi wouldn't go into boo houses because he's too scared.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Cool catch. After this is the last normal area. It's Pianta Village. You are in the fucking sky for some reason.
Yeah.
And
Jungle Island in the sky.
Yeah, essentially. But it's not even a jungle.
There's a surprising little amount of water on this level.
Yeah, I know, right? You got like a little, what is it, like a little stream and a pond in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Things of note here. Chain chomps. You have to cool off the chain chomps. They're on fire, running all over the place, and there's fucking lava slime this time.
Yeah.
And fucking, you gotta avoid all that and fucking you have to spray off a chain chomp, grab it by the tail and slingshot it until it finds like a body of water. Essentially.
Yeah. The one body of water that we talked about already.
Yeah. You have to do that 3 times, and there's also a giant one. They do the same thing with a giant one, which is dumb easy, because he goes right by the fucking pool. You just wait till he gets close, spray him, and just shoot him into, like, a tiny area right next to him.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, though, because, like, he just it feels like he randomly changes back, and then it's like, oh, you didn't, spray him enough. So now he's like 10 feet down the road, and you might as well just wait for him to come back. There's at the beginning, he has a peg that's stuck in the ground on his chain, and you have to rip that out. And I found that if you get close to that area, and then you pound the stake in the ground, you can wait for him to change color, spray him off, pull the stake out, and then pull him back.
Yeah. Did you do the final level of this thing?
I did to the Yoshi one. I couldn't beat the, secret there, or the obstacle course there. I didn't have any trouble with getting there, but I just did on the obstacle course.
Yeah, there's like a giant, diagram of fucking these cages underneath the floating island. And you get, like, it's a little system of cages. I don't know why I said diagrams. Go down through there, and that's a big part of the level on how to get to certain places, because they set you up in these scenarios in this area. Like, oh, you gotta get to the president, but literally the entire island is flame lava. And there's like a way to get down into that system, and you gotta traverse that and pop up and then figure out how to jump up to where the mayor is.
Yeah, whenever you start, there's a little bridge, and there's holes in the grass on the left side. But because of how the lava is, you have to go all the way around the level until you get to that grass.
Yeah. And there's just like fire lava everywhere. So, and you don't have flood.
No.
So, yeah.
Fire lava is the most bullshit thing in the world, too.
Yeah, so you don't have flood, so they count it as a secret level, essentially. It's really annoying until you actually figure it out. It's, like, really simple. So, I thought that's kind of funny, but...
Doesn't matter, because if you mess up and the lava decides that you're going out towards the middle of the lava instead of the direction you're facing, then you just kind of bounce forever until you die.
So I didn't have a lot of problems here. I did have a problem with Oh, fucking running boys here. Pitantissimo. I don't know. Fuck his name. He's here. Another one of
Yeah.
his little races. And
This one's a little harder.
oh, I just blasted through it. All those races this time, I was like very fluent.
You had to do the diving one on this one though.
The what?
The diving thing.
Yeah. It is a lot harder than the other ones, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the last level of this, I don't think I've ever beaten it in my life. It's called the Fluff Festival Coin Hunt. You go all around the entire world looking for these red coins. It's not like made to a specific area like most of them are.
Yeah.
And some of them are on top of the cages underneath the levels. So you have to jump down and use the rocket nozzle and blast up on top of it. That is the only way I was able to figure it out. I'm sure there is another way, but for me that was the only way. But I didn't know how to get down. So
this is my least favorite level, I think, and I don't remember very much of it.
yeah, it's not very. I don't know. I just feel like it was thrown together.
I feel like a lot of it was thrown together.
Sure.
Like, like the chasing Shadow Mario things are like, feels like we're out of ideas. Let's stick this in there.
And from what I remember, people saying it was an incomplete game.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Which,
it wasn't like properly tested and debugged and shit.
See, man, they should have thrown that on the 3D All-Star thing. Like, what the rest of the game was supposed to be.
I think there's supposed to be a whole other level and a whole completely different ending.
Ah, okay. Yeah, let's talk about this fucking ending. After you get all your shines and shit, behind the big shine gate in the plaza, there's like a fucking, I don't know, it looks like a construction like thing in the middle of this hole. It's Corona Mountain. You go in there and you fight Bowser and Bowser Jr. They are inside of a bathtub and there's a rubber ducky in there. And you do the same thing as always. You fucking fight him, and while you're fighting him, you try to figure out what side you're supposed to slam them out of the bath. If I remember correctly.
I think so.
And it's pretty badass the way the water moves in that bathtub. It's like, I don't know, it's real slow-mo-y and splashy. I don't know.
Splashy.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, man. It's really cool. So,
nice.
Yeah, it's very pleasing to watch. Yeah, I mean, it's a very easy fucking Bowser fight. Like, very easy.
I don't remember it all.
From what I remember, I've always been super easy. So.
I always had trouble on the Mario 64 ones.
Yeah, those are just annoying.
Yeah. I always miss the fucking bombs, like, over and over and over again.
Right. Yeah, that's the bad part. But yeah, and then you save Isle Delfino.
Yeah, you're
what happens?
Basically a glorified janitor.
Yeah. What happens, Mike, whenever you collect all 120 shine sprites?
The island's like super sunny. There's no shadow. You get sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt.
And you get to play like that.
Yeah. It's like in, Wind Waker when you do everything you can start over a new game and just wear your pajamas.
They had to have
I did that
too. Let's talk about this game. How high is it in your Mario bracketing?
I don't know. I truthfully like the 2D Mario's better in a lot of aspects.
Yeah, and you haven't played like nearly any of the 3D ones.
Yeah.
This is top notch for me. I think this game is a nostalgia game for me. this is one that really just hits. So
Very pleasant, upbeat game.
yeah, and also I love games like that as well. So I don't know.
Except for the fact that you're a janitor.
Like
There's a lot of cleaning shit to do.
I know Odyssey is better. I just think Sunshine is more pleasing. Like you said.
Yeah.
I can just, just like that. That's probably the best word for that. It has my favorite Mario music, hands down.
Yeah, it has really good music in it.
The Flood thing, I'm down with Flood.
I like how Flood talk. Where you hardly get to hear him.
Yeah, he's like, Mario! Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't fight the camera in this game. I was cool with it. What about you? You think
The
you have a better
camera?
handle on it? Yeah. Okay.
You got stuck in walls and shit. All the time.
I hate when this game does have a problem with whenever you're spraying towards something, if you're already going forward and you hit something, it is so hard to pull back off of it for some reason. That fucks me up sometimes. That happens to me like randomly all the time. Level design, loved it all. Everything seemed nice.
I don't really like the docks that much. I think the level is pretty small.
The docks?
Yeah.
What docks?
With the blooper races and shit.
Yeah, it is. It's like they just took everything and made it like bare at the bottom pretty much, and then they put like the other half of the level up in the sky as a construction thing.
Big tower thing that you hardly have to go on.
Right. That level had the fucking
I never understood the fucking second star where you climb to the top. There's a way I think I remember doing where you can get the rocket nozzle like super early on that level, and you just swim below the bottom of the cage and then rocket to the bottom of the cage, and there's a little platform you can kick and it'll flip the thing and you can just go get the star.
That also sounds familiar. That level also had that weird Yoshi's Juice Adventure or whatever.
Yeah.
Where the Cheeps or whatever fly up and you spray them with Yoshi, they turn into platforms. And you gotta do that all the way to like through an obstacle course, essentially.
Yeah, dude, my balls were like up in my abdomen when I was doing that.
I wasn't expecting that one.
You got little timed platforms that disappear, and then like Yoshi's jump is kind of annoying. Like how I figured it out is that like whenever you jump, just hold A, so you immediately start hovering at the top of your jump.
Yeah,
but that one's kind of finicky, and if
that
you
one
fall,
made me mad.
Yoshi disappears.
Yeah, that one made me mad.
Yeah, you gotta butt stomp the fucking what looks like water towers, but they spit out fruit, and you get random fruit until you get the right fruit.
Yeah, that one's dumb, stupid,
Yeah.
fucking fruit pump, basically.
Yeah.
The cel-shaded graphics are timeless. This game is timeless.
I don't like Yoshi not being able to be green.
I mean, he can be green.
No. How?
If you feed him the right... Oh, no, he doesn't have a fucking green color, does he?
It's like orange, purple, pink.
Yellow.
Hello?
Or orange. Did you say orange?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only remember orange, purple, pink. Yeah.
Huh. That is true. He's just an island Yoshi.
And how he like vomits on shit is kind of weird.
Yeah. He basically squirts just vomit everywhere.
Yeah, it's the same color as him.
And the Yoshi music's always really good. It's like this really rhythmic.
Yeah, like Mongo music.
Yeah. I
like it a lot.
Yeah, I definitely think this music is that's hands down for sure. How do you think it compares up to Mario 64?
I don't know. It's more smooth of an experience. Mario 64 has a huge jump in difficulty. See, I don't know if I think you have to get 100 coins on every level for this one as well, which is kind of annoying. For some reason, it's less annoying to get red coins and shit in Mario 64. I don't know why.
It's less annoying in 64?
Yeah.
They have the worst red coin levels, man.
I think it's because they don't alter the level, usually.
They're fucking hard. What camera do you think is better, 64's or this one?
It's definitely improved, but not by much.
Because I fucking hate Mario 64 camera.
Yeah.
Well, I hate the way
about
they just
Mario
did
64 camera that I kind of like better is the fact that it can make you, it has a first person one that snaps behind your head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I fucking hate whenever, like, I have to go up to the corner of the map, quote unquote, and, like, turn my camera and it just smacks the wall. And I have to run away from the wall to fucking rotate. If I get it right, I don't know. It's just lame.
So you were talking earlier when you have to collect this fruit, and there's, for some reason, that one fruit that you kick in the soccer goal thing. You have to kick it across this river, and then there's like this tight corner that you have to go to, and then kick it up around, and then put it in the basket. And wherever you go in that tight corner, every single time my camera got stuck in the wall.
Huh. Yeah, that'll be about it.
It seemed like they tried to correct it though, because instead of it just being the wall that you can see like a silhouette of Mario.
Yeah. Strange.
Yeah.
I would like to redo Mario 64. That's one of the ones we have to do a remake on.
Yeah.
So at some point we'll have to do that. Yeah. I'd throw what rate? 1 out of 10. 0 to 10.
Oh, I don't know.
What rate would you do that? I would just want you to say 10 so that. Because I love this game. That's why I keep questioning you.
Probably would be like most things, like a 6 or a 7.
What is a 10 to you? Seriously. Nothing's a 10 to you?
Yeah.
No 9s?
Nothing is theoretical. Our 10 is theoretical.
Okay. Alright, now this is the final question for you, and this is the final part of the show. I need you to think really hard on this. What is your pick? It's your pick. What's your game?
Well, considering the game you picked, considering it has a reference to this game, and it also seems like the perfect one. Luigi's Mansion.
Yeehaw. I've never been it before. I need to finish it. So.
I beat it in one night before.
Oh yeah, and Donkey Kong, what is it, Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild to beat 2 games in one night. What did you... That's wild that you had that much focus to beat 2 games in a night.
Oh yeah. I was set. I get in those moods every once in a while.
Yeah, I feel that. Alright, well, see everybody next time when we do Luigi's Mansion. Peace.
Adios.